Flamingo Books. Shining English Reader Series 8. Chapter 13. On the Trail. My intentions were good. The day my Nepal journey was confirmed, I started running more regularly. I started climbing stairs too. Though the trek was said to be moderate, I was told that there were some difficult sections. I had 3 months to get in shape. But work and laziness meant that I did not exercise as much as I should have. Now I was standing at the start of the trail to Bundi, the site of our first night's camp. I was wondering how good I would be compared to my fellow trekkers. The first section of the trail ascended a stone staircase. And it kept on climbing. The minute we hit a flat section, we would find another set of stairs just around the corner. After less than an hour of climbing, I was breathing hard, sweating profusely and worrying. But I wasn't alone. The trip had attracted a wide variety of people, ranging from 27 to 73 in age. Their levels of fitness and trekking experience also varied. For one of the participants, a lawyer, this was the first time he had ever been camping or hiking. Although a few of the physically fitter trekkers were far ahead of the group, most of us were lagging. 1 or 2 people were really struggling. It wasn't by accident that the first part of this trek was only half a day. About midway to camp, our Sherpas greeted us with fresh lemonade and a snack of toast and scrambled eggs. This lifted our spirits and soothed our weary limbs. We congratulated ourselves for having reached so far and encouraged one another to continue up the hill. When we finally crossed over the hill, we had climbed, in terms of the height above our starting point, more than 800 meters. We had walked much more than that in terms of kilometers, of course. One of the participants calculated that this was more than 3,000 stairs. But who was counting? For several days the Annapurna range teased us. We would catch a glimpse of it peeking through the mist, then it would disappear behind a curtain of clouds. Hiking along the trail, it felt as if the background had been hidden. The clouds were like a vast white screen just beyond the edge of the cliff. I wondered when we would be able to view the world's tallest mountain range. With no peaks visible, I started looking around at the surrounding forest. It was surprising lush. Thick moss hung from the trees. Gigantic ferns grew in layers up the hillside. Rhododendrons towered more than 10 feet, 3 meters, above us. Tree-growing flowers hid among the branches. Perhaps the mountain gods had purposely hidden those magnificent mountains so that we would better appreciate the forest around us. We passed no other trekkers for nearly 3 full days, but were greeted by local people living along the trail. Namaste is the traditional greeting, given with hands raised in front of the face as if in prayer. It means, roughly, the spirit in me honors the spirit in you. So much more than hello. The wake-up call every morning was also very polite. First there would be a slight shuffle outside the tent, then a melodious, good morning, as I poked my head through the opening. The first morning, it was Surendra, one of our head Sherpas. He offered a steaming pot of sweet, milky tea that smelled of clove and cardamom. Sherpa tea, Didi? He inquired. Didi means older sister, and I had already got used to it in place of my name. The Nepalese tradition of addressing one another as brother or sister, or some other relation, made me feel right at home. I especially liked the way he pronounced it, Didi, in a sing-song manner. Breakfast was served outdoors around a large table while the Sherpas packed up our tents and gear. None of us could believe the size of the loads the Sherpas would carry. While I hobbled along the trail in expensive hiking boots, our porters, carrying up to 35 kilograms of cooking equipment on their backs, walked quickly past me wearing only slippers on their feet. What a welcome sight it was to cross the last hill that evening and find our camp already set up below. Sleeping bags and foam mattresses were numbered, grouped and laid out, along with our personal gear. There were special toilet tents and shower tents. These tents used water that had been heated over the cooking stoves. As a camping experience, it was cushy. That evening the group gathered in a large dining tent to share stories of the day's trek. Dinner was plentiful and nutritious: potatoes and meat with dal bhat, boiled rice, pulses and vegetables. We celebrated a birthday with a handmade cake the Sherpas had baked over the fire. With a full belly, I contentedly went back to my tent, slipped into my sleeping bag and fell fast asleep.